This is Darren Alf from BicycleTouringPro.com, and today I have a special guest, my friend Ryan Nakashima. Ryan and I went to high school together. Did we go to junior high together?
No? Yes.
Junior high and high school. And Ryan was one of the three people that joined me on my first long-distance bike trip down the coast of California. He rode with me the final leg, which was from our hometown area in Ventura County all the way down to the Mexican border. So he's up here visiting me in Utah, and I wanted to interview him about kind of what he remembers about that first trip and how we got started and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So how did I convince you to come with me on the trip exactly?
Oh man. So that was a long time ago. Well, I guess we'd been running a lot together. We've been traveling, and you'd always been talking about basically how you always wanted to run California.
Mm-hmm.
Run the United States.
Right.
But then it eventually turned into a bike trip.
Right.
Down California, and you had asked me if I wanted to go along with you during one of our runs, and it actually just went from a plan to actually going down California on bikes.
Yeah.
Just right after you graduated, I was still in high school.
Yeah, you were going from 11th to 12th grade, and I just graduated. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what point it went from being just a crazy idea to a actual thing.
Yeah.
But I know that we were talking about it earlier, and you were saying that it was easy to convince you to come along.
Oh yeah, really easy.
Like you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like fun.
Yeah, it sounded like a really cool idea, and just something that was just an adventure, right?
Right.
And in high school, I think I was a little more adventurous and ready to take on challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really easy to just say, yeah, that's something I wanted to do.
Right.
But then actually doing it was a little harder. Because I actually had to convince my parents that I was going to be able to go along with you on the trip, and that the trip was actually going to be a success. Like there wasn't going to be any problems going on it.
And how did we convince your parents, or how did we convince your parents?
Well, I guess there was a two-part process to that. The main part was really on you. I'm pretty sure you wrote my parents a letter asking them, hey, is it okay if Ryan comes along with me on this trip?
Right.
And you went ahead and detailed exactly where we were staying, where we were going, how many miles we'd be traveling on each day.
Yep.
It was very, very detailed, very thought out.
Right.
Which impressed my parents. And then the second part of it was I had to convince my parents that I was going to be able to physically do it. Which meant getting on a bike and riding 20 miles a day every day until the trip.
Really?
Yeah.
You were doing that?
I told you that, yeah.
No, you never told me that.
Yeah.
I thought you were just coming in with no training whatsoever.
No.
I mean, I know we went on bike rides or something.
Yeah, just
going up
little
to it.
rides,
Yeah.
But
they actually had you riding,
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Physically training. So I took a trip up to Northern California with my family to visit some colleges because going into senior year, that was about the time when it was the time to start thinking about what college do I want to go to, and that was right before going on the trip, and I couldn't actually bring the bike with me on the trip, so what I ended up doing was riding in the hotel's exercise room on the exercise bikes, just pedaling away just to
prepare yourself. Yeah. Wow, that's so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were able to successfully convince Ryan's parents that he should go. I think they were still nervous, actually.
Oh yeah. Totally.
I remember them driving, the first day and dropping Ryan off at the house, and I could tell everybody was nervous. But at that point we took off, right? And the first day was only 20 miles or so, so that was really easy, I think. Kind of eased you into it.
Uh-huh.
And then the next day was a big day, I think.
Yeah, the next day, that was a pretty long day.
It was like 50 plus miles through like Los Angeles, which it's some pretty, serious city riding, which is, can be incredibly difficult.
Yep.
And it was your second day of riding, so it's kind of like
and I remember
throwing you right in.
I remember thinking on that day, oh man, 20 miles was not enough to train, but I made it. With relatively little problem. I don't really think we had to stop or anything.
No.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think like they try to overtrain for this sort of thing. Like they feel like if they know that they're going to be doing 50 miles a day, that they have to be doing 50 miles at home.
Yeah.
But that's not. I've never trained that way. Like I just go out there and do it, and that's exactly what you did. Like you did 20, but then when the the time came, you were able to pull out the 50.
Yeah, I knew there was going to be. I think there was 2 days that were slated for like 50 or 60 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were tiring.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help that one day where we we made that wrong turn, going through the cities, probably like around Pasadena or so. And we ended up having to backtrack like 10 miles.
See, I don't even remember that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably because I've done it so many times since then that I just like, 10, 20 more miles, big deal.
Plus you'd already ridden, a few hundred miles down the coast of California.
Yeah, so I was kind of used to it maybe.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.